I want a belly tattoo. I've got one over my heart. I want a whole belly tattoo.
What's it gonna say?
What's the one over your heart? My penis?
The Full Metal Alchemist Ouroboros.
Same difference.
Yeah, same difference.
Yeah, same difference. That's what my penis
Cody's
is.
Your penis eats itself. It
The
just keeps
Ouroboros.
wrapping around itself.
Yes. Wow. Making it smaller by the day.
That's weird.
Girl, you like little dicks? Because
That's what
mine
happens
keeps
when you
getting
don't get
smaller.
circumcised.
I'm too circumcised.
If you don't circumcise your dick,
Extra
it
circumcised?
will Ouroboros.
Actually, the only joke that I ever told my really conservative fucking grandfather that's like in his 90s that he ever liked was like, I think I had one of my cousins or whatever had a kid, and that kid had a botched circumcision and almost lost her dick, and I was like, oh, that's fucked up, Grandpa. I have a botched circumcision. He was like, what? No, you don't. And I was like, yeah, they're missing about 3 inches. He was like, like just like the last bit of like dust and wind in his lungs. Like he almost had a
I
heart
thought you were
attack.
going to say the
laughing.
last essence of life.
And then
trying
he
to
just
hold
died
on
right
Yeah,
there.
and then he died right there.
shell
Did anyone
before
else
it
notice
left
how
his
excited
body.
Cody, like how happy and excited his face was while telling that? Like someone in my family was proud of me one time. Like, that's what it felt. That's what energy was coming off
Wow.
me. Like, yeah, hey, it was someone.
It was the greatest day ever.
One of my
And then we
family members acknowledged me like out loud.
And then we went and got ice cream.
Have
No,
I
we didn't.
addressed on the show
No, we
or
didn't.
to y'all how like your grandpa scares me, low-key?
Wait, why? How
He
many
just
times have you
does.
met Grandpa?
I've met him like 5 times.
Why does
and
he
he's
scare
still
you?
scared. He gives me like, you ever play Tomb Raider 1?
Yeah.
He has triangle titties.
No, you ever play Tomb Raider 1?
No.
Okay, so after you do the first level in the tutorial area, you're in Lara Croft's mansion. And while you're walking around, she has this old butler that slowly follows her around
Oh, I know what you're talking
everywhere
about.
he goes.
You can lock him in the freezer
You
too.
yeah, you can lock him in the freezer because it's the only way to get rid of him.
That's
It's
what I did
scary
to
as
him.
shit.
That's what I did to him when we podcasted at my house. I
You
locked
locked
him. Yeah, I locked him in the. Well, I don't have a walk-in freezer. I've got a deer meat freezer, so I just tricked him in the. One of your Lunchables is in there, Grandpa,
Dude,
and I
you-
kicked him in there.
Yeah.
He was actually dead for 3.5 years, and they pulled him out of there, and he actually just started walking around.
Yeah,
again.
I
he-
went
he
over
warmed
the
up
weekend
and
at
was
Burns.
like,
That was the best nap I've had in my life.
Yeah, it was straight Encino, man.
Yeah.
I don't remember why I came over to your house recently in the last month or two, but I did. And I was sitting in the basement. You were either taking a
No,
shit.
we were gonna go do
or
late
you-
start podcast, and then you came
That's
over.
right. And you went to go take a shit or something in the other room. And your
Right.
grandpa was calling for you because of his new phone that he couldn't figure out.
Oh, it was so funny.
and he was
just-
like,
"We got him a
before you
shittier."
answered, before you could hear him though, because like you said, he's so old. He's up there.
Yeah.
He's like,
I had to call the
He's-
house
he's
because
like-
I thought he was gonna come downstairs and interrupt
"Hey,
you.
dude, it was.
And I was like, I know
that was
Lloyd.
my biggest fear.
I know Luke was gonna be stuck, just scared with my like.
Dude,
he's
so,
taking
like,
a dump.
I heard him go, Cody.
Cody. No, this is how he does every time, and it drives me fucking Cody.
But it's not loud like that. There's not enough bass in his voice like that. It's like a.
It's
He
like
can't
a
speak
ghost.
up, and it's infuriating. I
Sounds
try
like
to
a
get him to
ghost
speak.
whistling like through the hallways.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like I'm sitting in this chair in his bedroom and I'm looking out into the hallway, but the hallway immediately cuts to black because there's no lights on in the entire basement but the room, and I keep hearing Cody. I was waiting for this dude to come downstairs and whittle around the corner.
Floating,
Yeah.
floating and shaking,
yeah.
with just a bed with a white bed sheet on. You can see his dick,
Just the
Cody?
tip though.
but he's not
Just-
talking. The lips of his penis are talking. Cody,
Luke was so high, he thought it was Kobe Bryant's ghost. Like, Kobe!
Kobe, stay dead. Get away from me.
Kobe!
On the topic of old men and cell phones, though, I had to get a new phone back like around Labor Day. I'm in the Verizon store, and this old man comes in, and he's got a flip phone, and he goes up to the guy who's like,
right up to the mic. Right up to the
Oh,
mic.
sorry. This old guy comes in with a flip phone, and he's like, "How do I answer calls on this thing?" And he opens it up, and the guy's just like, "You just gotta hit the green button, man." I was like,
That's so relatable.
Wow.
and I was
No,
like,
because-
I wish I had this technology still because, like, fuck smartphones.
But also
Well,
don't.
no, because once you get to a certain age, you can't figure dick out. Because the problem with him, the reason we got him this new phone, we got him a shittier phone because he fucking, all he does is bitch and complain about everything, which I get it. He lives with me.
He lived long enough to
He's
do
a
it.
caveman
He's
living in
complaining
the
about
future.
everything.
I mean,
He's 92 in 2 months. They got
yeah.
him an iPhone. He can't figure it out because of fucking course he can't. And all he did was bitch about it. I like my fucking flip phone. I like my flip phone. I like my. You guys got rid of it. So my mom was
I like
"What's-"
torches and bows and arrows.
Exactly. So like, what's the
Like
most?
horses' carriages.
Yeah. What's a flip phone? It's got racist internet on it that he likes and whatever. Yeah. You know, it's got only
get-
Alex Jones and Fox News on it.
You
and
get
fucking-
Parler. You can subscribe to Parler on it.
Exactly. Something Grandpa really
Give me
be
one of them
into.
jitterbugs what comes with the parlor already on it.
Yeah.
Get a life alert option on there too.
Yeah.
Bro, it comes with the fucking...
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah, we got him a nice wallpaper with a rebel flag on it, the way
Sweet.
Grandpa likes,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
fucking all he did was he's like, I can't fit. There's too many buttons on it. I was like, there's 16 buttons on them, and half of them are numbers. The other ones are volume up and down and answer and hang up. And he's like, how do I know which one to answer the phone with? And I'm like, well, it's only the same buttons that it's ever been for the entire time that phones have existed. The green one answers, and the red one fucking hangs up.
Okay.
You know how it works on
He
your
probably
house
had
phone.
he probably
that
had
you
rotary
like.
phones.
Yeah,
too, at
wait,
one
wait,
point.
wait.
Sure,
Yeah, I was
but-
gonna say,
but for at least 55 fucking years of button phone technology, this motherfucker has been able to, and he uses the house phone, so I don't buy that he doesn't know what the green one does and the red one doesn't. He just wants something to bitch about, which I get, but just say that. Just say, I just want to bitch about something, but he's acting like he can't figure it out, and then, like, the truck doesn't start the other day, and he's out there with a fucking battery kit, and he's working on it. He's got a fucking wrench, and he's wrenching it apart, and he's hooked it up to a starter, and I'm like, how'd you do all that? How'd you not, you're too old to
you
fucking...
can't figure out how to push a goddamn green button.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking asshole.
You know what I told him?
Lets me live there for free.
What a
Fucking
dick.
Dude, you
does
kn-
nothing but support me.
Well,
What
so
an
old.
asshole.
He
Oh,
was
my
a
God.
prick.
Let's
He
go
was
kick his ass.
fucking
Dude, he
old-
was
old
probably
cunt.
around when like cell phones and
Kick his ass,
telegraphs
come on.
were fucking made. He was
Telegraphs.
like he's still mad. His old carrier pigeon died like fucking 80 years ago, man.
The only thing that he can relate to still is when my son, like, he loves hanging out with my kids and shit like that, but my son goes and watch Mickey Mouse in his room, and he's like, Mickey Mouse is how I learned how to read. I was like, what the fuck? He's like, they used to have Mickey Mouse books with the ABCs, and that's how I learned how to read, because there was a guy that came through on a carriage and a horse. I swear to fucking God. They had cars, but he grew up in rural middle of buttfuck Kentucky nowhere.
Right.
So horses and carriages
We got
and shit
word
like
from
that.
town once
Yeah.
every 3 months.
They
Yeah,
barely
he
have
came through
cars
like
now.
Django Unchained style, like the dude with the dentist
Yeah.
with the big, the big fucking tooth on
Spring
top.
tooth, yeah.
Yeah, but it's a spring book, and
Oh,
they've
that's
got
a-
kids' books on it, and he buys it for one heavy coin, and then fucking gets to take that.
That was
with
a
him.
whole halfpenny.
And he just never shuts the fuck up about how expensive everything is now. He's like, you know how much a haircut and a blowjob and a movie and fucking we got to kill a black guy was back in fucking back in my day, and I was like, a quarter. And
And
he's
now
like,
we buy a
15
gumball with
cents.
that.
It was a 15
Yeah.
cent piece. Y'all don't even have 15-cent pieces. And I was like,
I remember when it was a quarter. It was a quarter when I was a kid. So,
I grew up in Alabama. Most people didn't even know what quarters were. Quarter? Ain't fancy.
what are y'all, rich?
oh man, we only sell ounces here, dude.
I give you 3 years of sweet corn, 2 zucchini, and a squat.
We do trade around these parts.
Oh, fuck. No, but it's very relatable because it was just like, yeah, fuck out of here. You don't know how it fucking works. I understand you got dementia and your life's falling apart, but not the case for him.
His
He
life's
just-
not falling
he
apart. It's
doesn't-
just been around way too long.
Yeah.
He's a caveman living in the future.
He doesn't want to learn it either, and
He's
it drives
like, what
me
is
crazy.
the social
because
security
he's
number?
like,
I'm
I'm
having
gonna die soon.
Right.
All right, I don't care anymore.
See, he just needs Pauly Shore to teach him how to wheeze the juice and all the other shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just-
You say that like it's a joke, but it's not. Have you
Yeah.
paid attention to this